Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and link this right now in Discord. Hope you're all having a great day. Let me just make sure I get my page up on YouTube where I can pause my stream and prevent any potential lag from happening. And now that I've done that, right, let me get my stuff back where I need it. Just a second. Pull up my chat where I can see it easy. And cool. Looks like we're good. Let's get into this. I've been excited to play more of this at some point. I didn't know when. So, I've been playing quite a bit since the beta. I bought it because I was interested in it naturally. And I've been wanting to I've been wanting to play it on stream again, just not really found the good point where I've been interested in dropping in and add free time for it. So we're back with some more Fall Guys. I've been enjoying this. A lot of people have been streaming Fall Guys since it came out. This game has gotten unbelievably big and more so than I was expecting, but that's not a bad thing. I'm really glad this game's successful actually, and happy to be back here and playing it. As for how long the stream's gonna be tonight, I don't know for certain. I have an idea of what I want to do. I might have to reiterate this when more people are around, but basically the goal is I do an hour if I don't really get anywhere, which that might sound weird, but I'll explain the rest of it, and that's that if I won a round, I was only going to do 30 minutes, and I wanted to do a longer session actually, believe it or not. I was thinking about doing a longer session today, and I chose willingly to not bother because, well, I've been busy lately. Hey, Mario fan, if we're good to see you. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Oh god, we got the worst first minigame possible. Out of all the fucking minigames, I hate DoorDash and the starters the most because it literally just boils down to fucking chance and, hey, do you end up getting through the doors correctly and quickly? If not, well, you're fucked over. If you do, congrats, you're fine. But if you get swamped up by the crowd and you can't move, you're as good as dead because you won't make it to the very end of the thing to qualify, and there's already some dude trying to fucking grab me. Of course I didn't make it. Whatever, I don't care. Let's start again. That one was kinda not that great, honestly. Hey, C's, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you could make it. Bunch of Three Stooges today? That's cool. By the way, I've noticed, this is a small thing. It's not a big deal. You guys can see how the names are messed up right now. I don't know what that's about. Apparently, some sort of bug with, I think it was JavaScript or something. I don't know the exact details, but there's some exploit going around that's letting people use, profanity and all sorts of nasty stuff in their usernames. So the devs basically took away the names on the Steam version right now while they're trying to fix the names so that it won't allow people to put really vulgar shit in their name just because they want to, and probably try to use it and get people angry. I don't know how that situation started and how they're planning to resolve it. The internet can be an awful place when it's not in check. I guess it's just the way the internet is, especially with a game that's popular and big like this. Ugh. How are you guys doing? Hopefully good. I've got to say, I've been I've been busy, but not super busy. I wanted to start earlier today, and I know I'm starting quite late. Not as late as could, because I normally start around 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, but I did want to start sooner. That's good to hear. Oh shit, got hit by that fucking ball. But yeah, whatever, let's continue. I was gonna say I did a lot of work with OBS today and yesterday. That's partially why I wasn't quick to start streaming. I didn't stream yesterday. I was gonna do Parsec yesterday, but I looked at my stuff and I thought I want to set up a project for Monday, and on top of that, I feel like if I'm going to sit down and work in OBS, then I can totally use that time to be productive and set up a bunch of games and get stuff done, and as luck would have it, I was able to set up like 3 things in OBS, although one of them was literally just me going through and Fall Guys and like rechecking all my settings from the beta to make sure it all worked correctly now that it's in the full game. It was basic. Well, this game is. Hold on a second. I want to check on one stat really fast on the page on YouTube. Okay, never mind. Just wanted to look at like one thing. What's this game about? It's a battle royale game. It's not your average battle royale, though. It's a very unique battle royale, to say the least. Actually, I'm pretty sure I read this only recently, and I might be wrong, but I believe the devs of this game have actually came out on record and have said that this game's inspiration is by Takeshi's Castle. Excuse me, I'm probably mispronounced that a little bit. Takeshi's Castle, that's it, yeah. That game. It's an old, or not game, it's a TV show, excuse me. And like, anybody who's not in the know, and I don't think I talked about this on like my last stream because I didn't remember all the details to this, but Takeshi's Castle is like a really old show that, I don't know exactly when it started actually, but it was a game show where he would come on, they'd compete and like do these obstacle courses and try to get through this stuff and have to avoid getting eliminated by like all these giant obstacles around there, and it didn't look like a very easy or fun one compared to like some of the other game shows I've seen. If you got knocked out in Takeshi's Castle, it was usually by you getting hit in the face by an obstacle or something. Like you'd play on the obstacle course, you'd go through it, and there were like all sorts of things like designed to fucking hit you and hit you really hard. Like, they had, like, stuff like these fake walls. I think there was, like, stuff that would punch you, all sorts of stupid shit that was in this game show. I don't know, like, the exact details of it, but I know that Takeshi's Castle has, like, a reputation for being really fucking brutal in terms of game shows. Oh, you can fuck off, buddy. Sitting here trying to grab and toss people off the ledge. It's not the first time I've seen that. People love to troll in this game and try to throw you off the level. Hi there, CJ68, welcome to the stream. By the way, I've been meaning to talk about this anyway while I've been playing this, and I know this game is like very heavily multiplayer focused. I am willing to do like multiplayer if you guys have the game and do like squads, but nobody so far has really had the game in the first place. I'm playing on PC actually. I don't play squads like in this ever because I don't have anybody I've been able to play with right now. I had a friend that I get to this game to, and we played it for a little bit and ended up having a pretty fun time overall. So I enjoyed that. Come to think of it, can you actually... Oh, you got it on PS4. Well, unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, the PS4 version and the Steam version aren't compatible. Like there's like a planned crossplay, but not any actual crossplay between any of the systems right now. I've heard they're working on other versions too. Cool, welcome back, C's. Sucks your internet died on you. By the way, I feel like I want to talk about something really fast, and it's about what we talked about last stream I was on, where we were doing Paper Mario, because I feel like this is relevant. And basically, I went through and I was testing that Pikmin stuff, and I got it to work after a while. I'm not sure everything's perfect, but I had a lot of a struggle to get it working right, and if things don't go great, I may not stream it tomorrow and may do the Yoshi's Island prototype stuff again. I don't know if I prefer to do that, even though I still like the prototype and I like checking stuff out in it, but I've had issues that I didn't have the first time. I used Dolphin. I fucking hate this game here, not Fall Guys itself, but this mini game, because all this mini game turns into is literally, hey look, I'm gonna shove you around on the platform so that you fall off and don't get through the path. It's obnoxious, really obnoxious. Like I was saying, where was I? Oh yeah, I had to do like a lot of stuff for setting up. I got it working after a while, and I'm not sure if it's like perfect. There might be some issues, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow, and if it doesn't work, we can switch games, I guess. The big problem I had was like a really annoying one, actually. I was like working with it for a while. I don't know if this is like a common issue or not, but for some reason, I could not resize my window in Dolphin the way I wanted it. Like, I could take it and drag it manually. I had to fucking download a program to help me resize the, and you know, normally you might think like, why bother? Is it really worth the effort? But the last time I used Dolphin was like, I don't know, it was probably like a year or two ago to play Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Oh shit, this is the worst final game. You play a tail game, which I think some of you guys have already seen, and you have to grab the tail off of somebody else and basically try to last with it. In my case, I've got to keep the tail, which isn't going to be very easy. Oh boy, I've got to fucking watch what they're doing so I can get out of the way in time. Yeah, no, fuck off. I have never won this one. This was the worst final minigame of all. This one sucks so much. I think I'm just gonna idle until like the last 30 seconds in this one. That's usually a strategy that's not terrible, even if it doesn't really help out too much. So yeah, I had issues with Dolphin. I had to like go through a program resizer, and I had some other issues like graphics and audio for a little bit. I think I've got them all resolved, but this ROM hack I've been playing has been a pain in the ass. Also, since you asked, yeah, I've heard about the Pikmin 3 port. I know about it because the fact that this is like basically what got me inspired to set up for this little stream I'm doing with Dolphin, with the Pikmin ROM hack, and I wanted to play it. It's a somewhat decently well-known Pikmin ROM hack. I don't know how well, called Pikmin 251. I'm looking to play it tomorrow, actually, potentially. Also, I don't guess I explained this like super well earlier. Since that's the case, I'll try to explain it now. This game is basically obstacle courses and shit. It's a battle royale where people get eliminated. It's kind of a party game type thing. Like, it's similar to like Mario Party and WarioWare. If you guys haven't got like a vibe for this, obviously the mini games are longer than in WarioWare, but still. How did that not take the tail? I was literally like right on him. What the fuck is this bullshit latency? I literally latched onto the tail 2 times and nothing happened. Wow. I fucking hate the tail games in this, like, really, really badly. They all kind of suck. And not only just from this, but like, you can also get the tail grabbed off of you from like a huge distance away and end up getting just screwed over. Yeah, that was bullshit. I'm not saying I would have won for certain, but you guys saw what happened. I literally latched onto him from behind, and the tail didn't like connect to me at all for some reason. Like, what the fuck? Why didn't it give me the tail? I grabbed him. I should have earned it by that point, and if I could have lasted like 5 or 10 seconds, I might have actually had a chance of lasting with it. I think everybody I've talked to, and I mean pretty much everybody about this game, agrees that Royal Fumble is the shittiest final game in this. It is just not very fun, and everybody fucking hates it, and I feel like nothing of value would be lost if it got removed from the, like, rotation, honestly. Funny part is there's supposed to be 4 final games, actually. I played during the beta. I don't recall if you guys saw it when I was streaming, but there's another final game that hasn't shown up at all during, like, the final game. Or the final game is right, I guess, but, like, it's trying to make it sound less awkward. What I meant to say is the fact that, yeah, it's just the fact that it's not shown up. There's, like, 4 of them. There's the one we just played, which is not very good in my opinion. There's another one that's really played commonly, probably the most picked of all the final games. It's called Fall Mountain, and you go up an obstacle course and have to like dodge a bunch of shit and reach a crown at the top. I don't like it very much because there's like a fair degree of RNG involved in it, on top of like also having to get up and hope you don't get bullshitted by some stupid shit and try to grab the crown. That one's kind of in my opinion, and I've already lost, haven't I? That would have been fine if I hadn't got fucking shoved off the stage. Whatever. Not a big deal. I'm used to having some setbacks in this game. Anyway, where was I? I don't like the Fall Mountain stage, I'll say that. There's one other that I haven't talked about, and we can talk about the one that I was mentioning earlier in a second. I think the best one out of all the 4 that are like in the game is the Hexagons level. I have played that so many times, and just like looking at that, wait, hold on a second. I'm starting to wonder if my chat's okay, because I'm seeing some slight issues. Actually, I can't tell. It's whatever. Hold on a second. I'm just adjusting this. There we go. Anyway, like I was saying, Hexagons is my favorite because I think it's more skill-based than the other Final games. You go on Hexagons and you basically stay on like a top layer and keep dropping down like 1 layer each. It's really similar to something from Mario Party, but it's balanced like incredibly well. It's just like keep standing on the layers of hexagons, they disappear, or make a path to prevent yourself from falling down and like try to outlast everybody else, and there's quite a degree of skill involved in it. There's also a few stupid strategies in it that can cheese though. Like there's one I've seen in hexagons where people literally will just intentionally fall to the bottom layer, then they fucking go and deplete all the spots to stand on and basically get people to fall through the floor and fall to their death, which is not fun to deal with when that happens, but it's not too bad. It kind of has a like bit of a risk involved in pulling that shit, because if you do that, you can fall straight through the floor and fall immediately to your death. Thing which challenging it is, but it's challenging in like certain areas, not like most of them. I'd say most of these like ones where you're just running through and trying to platform and make it to the end are actually pretty bearable. Like the only really bad exception probably being the fucking DoorDash shit. Yeah, DoorDash, that's what I was gonna make sure I got the name right. DoorDash is literally just get lucky and don't fuck up at any point, or else you'll end up fucking dying because the rest of the mob will just beat you through the doors and qualify first. That one is no fun whatsoever. You want to talk like... Oh, actually, I didn't finish talking about the final games. I guess this is pretty easy to talk about. We haven't got like the one that I was going to talk about yet. And it's not the final specifically, but the final that I'm talking about is actually based on one of the games that's already in here. There's one that pops up called Jump Club, and you go around like jumping over this little green bar trying to dodge it and not get knocked off of like a platform that's floating in the air, and it's basically just running around in a circle jumping over the bars while other people are... Well, yeah, you're just running around basically. If you get hit even once though, you're pretty much screwed in Jump Club, because what happens is you end up getting hit by it and the bar goes so fast that you don't get to jump back up. I've tried. Every time I played it, if you get struck by the little bar, then you end up getting stuck and falling off the thing, because it'll keep spinning until you get hit off of the stage. It's really annoying to play that one, because it can be really easy to lose at. And that brings me to Jump Showdown that I was going to talk about. I actually, yeah, like I was saying, it's a harder version of that, and also... Oh god, what the fuck? Oh no, please don't drop me off yet. I hate this one, because it's not too bad, but fucking falling off because people like to grab you and be dicks can be really annoying. But yeah, Jump Showdown, you play on a similar setup to Jump Club, and it has like the same bar and everything, and the difference is they're like platforms that drop as you play on the level. It's also got like less people on it at a time, and it's really just like try to stand in the right spot and try not to fall down to the bottom while it's doing this, and you're also jumping over the little spinning bar, which it is not very easy, but it's certainly really balanced compared to some of the others. Fuck this hot dog guy, he's like really aggressively trying to throw me off the level. Okay, good, we made it. What about the fruit one? Oh, you're talking about perfect match. I'm gonna be honest, I've seen a lot of people who don't like it, and personally, I'm not big on it either. I think perfect match is kind of a weak one, because perfect match is literally, first 2 rounds, there's a little bit of skill involved if you're paying attention. You can watch the fruit really easy and like figure out where to go to. Oh, you might have meant this one actually. I'm not actually sure if you meant this or perfect match. I mean, we can talk about perfect match and talk about this right after though. And then the last round, I find that it's always like too many fruits on the panels, and it's difficult to remember like what the last best panel is, and it always ends up being like everybody watching where the crowd goes and going based on like where the crowd goes to for the last panel to play on. It almost always results in like maybe 2 people getting eliminated at most, and it feels like it's just a not very good mini game compared to the rest. I wouldn't even mind if they took it out of the game, honestly. It's kind of low quality compared to some of the others. This one's not very fun, to be honest. It's not bad. I've learned the strat to beat it, but at the same time, you can still get really fucked over if you're not careful about your movement. This one's annoying, though. Dodging fucking fruit on a conveyor belt. You get hit, you get pushed backwards, and literally the only safe point is to go on either... Oh god, my controller glitched for a second, started rotating, like, continually until the results screen came up. I think it's okay now, but still, ugh, I hate when that kind of shit happens. But yeah, this one's kind of I don't know if I hate it, it's just annoying. Like it's literally just run to the side of the conveyor belt to stay alive and watch the fruit. There's no challenge involved in it. The hardest part is trying to make sure you don't get bowled back towards the very end of the pack and getting fucking screwed over by random bullshit. Oh boy. We gotta talk about more of the minigames. There's a few other things I'd like to address too, and oh, this could be rough. I think, yeah, we have less people. I actually like Fall Ball, but I don't like the team games very much, actually. I've noticed one thing in particular, though, that pisses me off about Fall Ball. It's almost always like, it'll either be perfectly divided or it'll always be like one team has an extra player. And I've noticed like 99% of the time when it's like one player more on a team, it always ends up with the players on like the team with like the majority of players winning. Unless your team is really fucking trash, or the other team is really fucking trashy, so yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot because we got the 6-person team and they've got a 7-person team, so we're at a disadvantage. I don't like the team games in this at all, though. It's literally like you have to depend on your team to be good at the game and not fuck you over. You can play perfectly in the team shit and still get screwed over. It just feels annoying half the time. Egg Scramble is like probably one of my least favorites because of that, because it always ends up with people going for the eggs, but then, and you have like, once all the eggs are gone, you'll have like a ton of people that'll rush in one goal, and if you're in the one where everybody's swarming, then they'll start stealing all your eggs and trying to fucking bombard you and take everything from you, and if that happens, God help you, unless you have like a lot of people to guard the eggs. It almost always ends with the team that gets attacked being the one to lose, though. Oh, we're doing not great. We're still not losing, but it's not exactly a good round of Fall Ball right now. I kind of wish they'd make an option to like take the team games out of the queue, actually. They're not really the most fun to play. Plus, it feels better when you lose and you know it's entirely your fault than when it's because a team didn't do their job and you ended up fucking losing over something that shouldn't have really mattered. Come on, guys, push the football into the fucking goal. We'll keep targeting the soccer ball if you can do that. We need that overtime. Okay, good. It's really close. I am not very good at this minigame either, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. And oh, fuck, you better catch that dude. Come on. Please, guys, guard that goal with your lives. Oh, we got it, I think. Oh, wait, maybe. No, they pushed it away. Fuck. That went from so good to so bad in such a short time span, and I'm not very good at, like, figuring out how to prioritize shit in Fall Ball, so I'm not really surprised that happened, to be honest. Whatever, not a big deal. So, see, I'm thinking on some stuff I want to talk about, because I actually want to change the topic just a little bit, actually. So, right. I want to talk more about Paper Mario, if that's fine with you guys. I've been, like, really enjoying my experience with Paper Mario and the Origami King, actually. Like, in the last stream, that was really, really good. I won't lie, I didn't like how the boss, like, started to get confusing near the end, but now I realized, like, after playing it, that I made a really dumb fuck up and, like, judging how to fight the last phase of the fight. That's something I've noticed in the game. The puzzle boss fights are maybe, like, the weakest part of the game. They're good, but they're also, like, really, really frustrating to play. And now that I've said that, there's, like, another thing I mentioned in an interview from Origami King, like, the devs. I've noticed on Reddit there was another interview talking about, like, how they want to make new battle systems every game, and it's like, I just read this and was, like, physically just annoyed looking at this. I didn't look at the contents of it just yet, but I'm just sitting here thinking, like, looking at this, wondering, like, why are they forcing in a new battle system every single title? Like, what's the point of this? Why do they feel the need to keep making a different battle system? And, like, is this but the reason why Sticker Star's battle system was so bad? I honestly don't know for certain, like, what to expect. It's like, I like the way they handled things, but I'm not a big fan of this idea of, like, every time there's another Paper Mario game that we're gonna come back to it and the battles are gonna be completely different, like, on the next game. Like, that kind of just comes off as, like, what's the point of this? Why do you want to keep doing this? I feel like this is forcing innovation too much and trying to make a change when it's not necessary. Like, I love Origami King, but I don't like a lot of the design ideas behind it, honestly, and for fair reason, I feel like. Also, I found the cheese strat on this level from Reddit. Like, apparently if you wait over on, like, a corner like this, you can literally just grab a tail if you time it carefully and then run back and you'll get it every time. It's literally just gotta be careful, and I could have got that one if I paid attention. Yep, it works. I fucking had a feeling it would. Well, of course, I can't get back in easy. I'm surprised that actually does shit. Not in, like, any of the other Tail games, unfortunately, but hey. And, of course, again. Whatever. Let's try and see if we can pull this off again. I'm surprised this is so easy to fucking cheese if you know what you're doing. There we go. Yeah, that works, like, so well, actually. Holy shit. Ugh, man. How many of you guys have been playing Origami King again? Just checking. I know C's has. Have you already played it at Mario Fan 4? I'm not actually sure if you, like, if we talked about that while you're on the stream or not. I've been enjoying my experience with it, though. I mean, I think I'd like to see another traditional Paper Mario game eventually, but who knows when that'll happen again. It'd be very nice. Played it? How do you guys, I'm curious, like, just a general chat consensus, how do you guys feel about it? Because I liked it a lot. I don't think I'm going to touch it again. Like C's mentioned, he completed and hasn't touched it, and I hate that. I grabbed and I didn't get the tail. I need to get something quick. Oh, fuck. Wait a second, did my teammate take the tail from me? Kind of looked like it. Whatever, as long as I get away, that's all that matters right now. We're close. Oh, fuck, overtime right now. Fuck no, we're gonna lose if we don't do something quick. Oh no! No, 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 no! Fuck! I hate the tail game. It is or all the tail games, they're so bad. It really just depends on random bullshit. Even the team tail one's especially bad. Like, it's like, you can be doing good the entire round, then you get screwed over by your teammates not performing well. I mean, I feel like was decent, but I still fucked up near the end. Anyway, where was I? I gotta say, like, I'm not sure how I feel overall. The chapters have been pretty good. I think I can, like, rate, like, what I played, though. Like, I think my favorite chapter is Purple Streamer, with Blue Streamer coming in, like, second, and Red Streamer being first. The Yellow Streamer is kind of weak. It's been really good, though. I've been really enjoying playing it. Oh, by the way, just another game topic. Something came up about a game I was going to consider streaming, and I kind of forgot about it until now. I just looked at it. So, like I was saying, yeah, Serious Sam 4, I was mentioning streaming this, and I had interest in it. I looked, and recently there was an update on the release date. Apparently they changed the release date, and now it's delayed to releasing in September 24th of this year instead of what is originally slated to release at, so I will probably pick it up. It's still like a month off, and that's actually not a bad thing, because it gives me time to keep playing other stuff, and I kind of am looking forward to checking it out. Especially since I bothered to play Serious Sam 3 recently. As the Battle Lab. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Battle Lab. It's not bad. In fact, it's useful because it lets you practice the rings. I mean, I still feel like the boss fights are not the best in terms of how they're handled overall. Not terrible, but like, I've got to say, out of all the 3 bosses I've fought recently, I've had some struggle with them. With the fucking Phoenix being that it isn't completely telegraphed the idea that, hey, you need to go for the wings. It was only, like, really obvious once the game literally, like, outright tells you that you need to strip the wings off the Phoenix, and the fucking fight against that hole puncher, I didn't like the idea of the floor being fucking stapled at every single moment, and not stapled, excuse me, floor being screwed up at every moment, and it being difficult to actually walk along the floor. That was annoying more than anything. I didn't mind the ice elemental despite my fuck-ups, though. Wait, which one was it? This one? I think so. I didn't pay enough attention to which was which. I knew which one I needed to get on, but still. Like, the whole reason I struggled with the ice elementals, I had a brain fart and forgot that I could hit the on switch for the, like, magic circles and then go on to them in another turn instead of doing it all in one turn. That was a really dumb fuck-up. Oh yeah, speaking of like, Paper Mario stuff, because I was meaning to talk about it and I forgot. I was looking at the subreddit because I wanted to, like, see the general consistency on, like, some of the chapters in the game, what people thought. I actually, like, was looking, and something that I thought was really cool was, like, posted there. I'll have to show you guys after a little bit, like, some artwork I like. Basically, you remember that thing from Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door where Luigi talks about the journey he goes on, how there's that storybook thing that's going on? I was looking, and apparently somebody made, like, a piece of artwork that was, like, based on this, and it looked really, really nice, and I thought it was really good looking. It was, like, in the same style as Thousand Year Door. I'll have to show you guys what I'm talking about, like, right after I finish this. Honestly, it makes me sad that an original Paper Mario formula is just gone like this. I feel like the Luigi story could have been like a perfect opportunity to bring back the old formula and use it for that. Maybe one day, though, they'll either consider it or they'll decide to go back and And because of them creating so many other battle systems, they'll consider it worthwhile to go back to the original one day, but I doubt it. I don't know. I like the ring-based system in Origami King, but I've got to agree with the general consensus a little bit that after like so much time, it's been like I don't feel like I'm as urged to go into battle anymore. It gets really repetitive after so long, and it's like I've seen like most of what the system has to offer. I don't feel like I'm gonna get much more out of playing the battles. They're fun and the music's nice, and hearing each new song is fantastic, but that's about it, honestly. Hey there, Ember. 1,354th Fall Guy? Yep, pretty much. I guess I got this game kind of early. Actually, I don't know how early I got it. Whatever. Also, I want to talk about the game schedule for the year, since we haven't really done that much. How do you guys feel about, like, 2020's, like, release schedule for video games? Namely for the Switch, I'm wanting to talk about, but, like, in general is fine, too. Actually, like, surprisingly, right now, even though it's not great, I'm actually a little more pleased the way things have been turning up. Like, we just had Origami King come out, which is brand new, pretty great game that's out. Oh fuck, we're screwed, aren't we? We can't get this ball back, and every time we try, we just get fucked over. This is what I hate about the team games that can really be... It just doesn't matter. You can play well, and you can still get screwed. But yeah, like I was saying, we just got Origami King, which is great. We've got Pikmin to look forward to, even though it is a port. That's the biggest thing I don't like, is how many ports have been releasing this year. But then there's also, like, possibly going to be that No More Heroes port, so I definitely feel like, yeah, I will probably pick up No More Heroes if that comes out on Switch. I want to play that, and that's not too bad, considering it's been like July now, where you have a game that could be really soon, or maybe it won't be. I'm wondering why they haven't talked about it, if it's really going to come out, but I could easily see No More Heroes getting a release date like really soon. No More Heroes, Pikmin, Paper Mario, that's not too bad for the later half, even though it's been really slow. I just wish we had more to talk about game-wise, because this is not like Nintendo. It'd be great if we had more to look forward to. Somebody posted like a thing on the Switch subreddit earlier. I looked at it, and it was based on like all the games coming out in 2020, and then all that's listed for first party is fucking Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and when you look at it, like all the big stuff that's slated to release, not even this year, just in general, is like TBA'd right now, and it's like I feel depressed even thinking about this. Like Bayonetta 3, hey, there's No More Heroes 3, there's also Metroid Prime 4. All these cool projects are delayed, or not even delayed, might not be the right word, but they're not releasing until God knows when, and hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. Honestly, I'm more shocked than anything about Bayonetta 3 not getting a release date yet. Like, we've had quite a while since Bayonetta got its teaser trailer back in 2017, and I don't imagine the dev cycle should be that long. Maybe I'm wrong, but Bayonetta 2 got teased in 2012 or 2013, I think, and then released in like 2014. I hope they're not having like a rough dev cycle for it. Ugh. You guys think we're gonna see Metroid Prime 4 in like the Switch's lifetime? I'm honestly not sure what to expect anymore. I'm partially wondering if maybe like after so much time has passed, we might end up getting a release in like the next year or two, because even though they've been working on it a while, like it's getting to the point where it's like as good as it could be, is it really going to justify having like a 6 or 7 year dev cycle if they keep going like this and don't have anything to show for it? Like, surely there's got to be some progress that's been made since that can't, like the one they mentioned where they scrapped their progress. I hope they decide to show us something soon. You hope we get a Mario Kart Ultimate? That'd be nice, actually. I can't bring myself to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe anymore. I've tried. It's a weird thing to talk about, but I genuinely have lost my enthusiasm for playing it. I just genuinely don't feel like I ever care to log on. I think part of it's that I got a lot of time out of playing through Mario Kart 8 on my Wii U, and I mean a lot. I played it quite a bit back then, and I wasn't very good at it, and I still enjoyed playing it quite a bit, but at this point, it's like, this game is like, actually, how old? 6 years or so? Yeah, this game is 6 years old at this point. We really should have something new to show by now, because I feel like I don't really find excitement out of it anymore. Hey Zachary, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Been doing Fall Guys. We're only gonna do like another 20-ish minutes, but welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. I've already mentioned it earlier. I just feel like I got too late of a start to do like a long session today. I hope this game gets put on Switch sometime eventually. I like this game a lot, and I would love to play it on Switch because I like playing it on PC, but just having the option to have it on the go would be incredible. Take it with me whenever and play it easily when I have an internet connection. Streaming for like 3 hours, cool. What are you streaming, just out of curiosity? I would need to watch more stuff. I watch a lot of streams, but I also only watch like a lot of stuff on Twitch that I like, bigger streams that I've been meaning to check on. Not really. I need to like expand my stuff, and I hate that I have the problem where I'll like watch streams, but I don't ever return the raids. Not because I don't want to, it's because I end up like getting sidetracked, and I dedicate all my time towards streaming and like setting up for future streams. So I feel bad because I think I barely dropped by anybody who's ever raided me. I mean, there's been a few times, but not very often, and it's not because I don't want to. Streaming Pokemon? Cool. I've been thinking about doing more Pokemon on stream. I don't know if I'm going to or not, actually. Like, not anytime soon. I mean, I'd still want to do my Let's Go Living Deck stuff on stream, but I'm not ready for it right now. I know there was like a thing that's going on right now. Apparently, if you go on Sword and Shield and you like type in a little code they released, you can claim like a free shiny Pokemon. So there's that. It's a Pokemon called Amoonguss. I don't know very much about the Pokemon, but I saw that on the Switch subreddit, and I looked at it, and it's like, oh, this has like less than 24 hours. I guess I'll pick it up and like I'll go download the event really quick and get my hands on the shiny. Since it's a free shiny, might as well take it instead of complaining about it. That wiped out a lot, Jesus. I'm not surprised. Slime Climb seems to be the one that weeds out all the weak players. If you don't play carefully here, you just end up in the goop and die. Fuck. Wonder what's going on with Smash development. Since we talked about games, we didn't talk about like some of the other stuff. I mean, I'd like to talk about all sorts of things right now, but still, like, all we've had this year for new fighters has been Min Min. I hope the development hasn't gone badly. What is the code? It's on in Reddit, and I think it's literally just Trainer's Cup, and like all caps, and instead of an I, you replace the I with the 1, I think. I might be wrong about that. I don't remember precisely if that was what I typed in, but I think that's either it or it was really close to that. It's really easy to get your hands on it, though. Who do you guys want to see as another DLC fighter in Smash, assuming you have it? I'm just curious. I'm partial on Phoenix Wright and also Geno. Oh my god, we are getting our asses demolished right now, and it feels terrible. It's already been 2 points, and I've been trying to avoid this at all costs. Please, not again! Oh my god. We are getting fucking slaughtered at Fall Ball, and I fucking hate it. Oh, Lord. Apparently, if you get lucky, a golden egg will pop up sometimes, and... Oh, God, no! But yeah, sometimes a golden egg pops up on this, apparently, and it's worth, like, 5 points. I have never seen that. I've seen it on people's streams before, but never had that happen in a ball match before. By the way, since we're playing this and it's like a party game, pretty much, like, what are your guys' like favorite party games or multiplayer titles? Actually, I don't feel like I talk about this subject very often, and I figured it'd be fun for discussion since I don't bring it up. I think Smash is like one of my favorites. Oh my god. We are so fucked. There's like no coming back from this. Our team has been playing terrible, and we have gotten 5-0 right now. I don't know what the fuck has happened to us, but we've been slaughtered. Stop grabbing me! Mario Kart count? I'm not actually sure. I'm just gonna leave this one, because even though I could play, I'm gonna get fucking destroyed by these guys, and there's no point when we're losing this poorly. Got the Amoongus? Cool. I'm glad I could help you out with that some. Mario Kart's pretty fun, though, sometimes. I enjoy it, so... I mean, I guess. I don't know. I know a lot of people call Smash a party game. I don't feel like it's really a party game, personally. I still regard it as a fighter game, just different from other fighter games on the market. You know what'd be nice right now, since I talked about party games? It's just, we can talk about a lot of things, but getting another WarioWare game right now would really be nice. I want to see something else, and I know we had WarioWare Gold. I'm thankful for it, but God, please, give me a new WarioWare game with all new content and new micro games. It feels like so long since we've had a brand new WarioWare, and I would be happy to see it come back. Even though technically it's more single-player focused, I think WarioWare... Oh my god. Am I even able to win at this point? Because I got bowled over really fucking fast this round, and I don't think I can catch up to the crowd unless I'm lucky. Oh god. Oh god. Fucking falling over right when I'm trying to survive. I need to shut up for a little bit if I'm gonna make it. It's until I reach the end of this, if I do. I think I've got a chance. I hate this fucking door dash thing really badly. Okay, good, I made it, thank God. But yeah, WarioWare kind of is a party game. It has like the same structure with the minigame focus. I'm pretty sure most of them have some form of multiplayer in them anyway, and it's always great with like a crowd, even if it's like one person playing and everybody watching or taking turns like passing the controller around. That's always something I enjoy playing. I miss WarioWare. We've had like not a lot of activity for it lately, and it sucks, frankly. I'm curious. I'm like, out of everyone in the chat, have you guys played WarioWare? I haven't actually asked that before. I don't think. I would assume that Mario Fan 04 has. I feel like I've probably discussed this to an extent before, but I'm actually certain. My favorite, I think, out of the WarioWare games is Smooth Moves. I like WarioWare Smooth Moves a lot. Really fantastic game. The micro games are super fun. The poses thing is stupid and a funny way to take advantage, like the Wii's motion controls, so I like that. There's a lot of good in the series. One of these days, I have to stream some of that series. I love it a lot. Either play WarioWare Twisted or WarioWare Smooth Moves first. I think those are really good. Ball seems they're the one player on the other team. Yeah, I don't know what was up with Ball there, because maybe it wasn't more than like one person, but I was doing my best, and I'm not even the greatest at this, but like our team was doing awful, and we got scored on so many times without anything going our way and just got annihilated. That was a bad round. And here, Fall Ball is like one of the better team games in this, and it's still very, very rough and unbalanced sometimes. God, I hope we get another WarioWare again. I know I said that before, but like I still really like it a lot. Speaking of WarioWare Twisted, apparently, like I was reading on like Virtual Console shit, and I was wondering like why none of the games that had like the specialty cartridges were like released on Virtual Console at any point. Apparently, the reasoning behind that is that they literally built the like motion from those games into the game cartridges, and you can't play them normally, so you have to, or they'd have to literally, excuse me, like work on like an advanced port where they could like recreate the tilting controls for Virtual Console, so they didn't bother like re-releasing any of the games that had tilt controls in them, which is kind of lame in it, because there's some good ones, even though there's also a few that are shitty, like that fucking Yoshi game I talked about, Yoshi's Topsy Turvy. That game is a fucking disaster. Any of you guys played the Game Boy Color game, like the Kirby game that was called like Kirby's Tilt and Tumble? I think it's similar to like how Canvas Curse and Rainbow Curse are. I've never actually had a chance to try it though, and I know you play that by rotating your Game Boy around. I've had interest in checking that out at some time, and I played like a good chunk of the Kirby series. God, I have a lot of Nintendo game series that I haven't actually played on stream, and I actually stopped to think about it. It's things that I actually like a lot. Kirby's a big one too, but I think it's mainly like I don't like to set up for older stuff more than I have to, because it can sometimes be a hassle. Kirby Superstar's good. Wait, Kirby Superstar's on Switch Online, isn't it? I might consider a playthrough of it. That's a really fun game to play, and only, like, that's one of my favorites. I think one of the only ones that tops Kirby Superstar for me is, like, the remake on the DS, Superstar Ultra. That game is so good. Too bad the series has been, like, milked the same formula like a billion times, and now the gameplay has kind of gotten a little bit stale, honestly. Alright, here's a new question, just something to think and a little bit of food for thought for you guys who wanted to talk about anything. And if you guys want to see like a new franchise, a new, god damn it, I jumped and it didn't fucking come out until too late. There we go. You guys want to see a new IP by Nintendo with like a new genre, what would you guys, or not even new genre, I guess what I should say is them using a new genre that they've never made a game with before. What would you guys want to see? I'm actually not entirely sure what I'd be interested in seeing, like, personally. I know that Splatoon's got, like, a shooter-type gameplay, and you play that, but I would actually be really interested to see what Nintendo's take on, like, a first-person shooter would be, see what they can come up with for, like, playing something where you're using a gun of some type and trying to do something cool in it. Like, I'm sure they could come up with an actual good idea for an FPS. Make it really unique, very different concept. Like, not the exact same as Splatoon. I wouldn't say something violent necessary, but something where you're actually taking a gun and, like, say, using it to interact with your environment. Like, an idea I thought of, and I'm not sure if this has been done or not, like, it reminded me of something, I think I've seen a concept for this. Basically, somebody made like a thing where you play an FPS and you're like playing in like a world with like no colors, and like you shoot the ground around you to like color everything in, and you're like using your gun to like fill in all the color back in the world. That's something I think that's a thing. Maybe I'm misremembering, but that's the kind of idea I would expect out of Nintendo to be for like an FPS. That would be a really, really cool idea to do for a game. I'm thinking, like, what are some good ideas that would be worth it? Because I know there's been a lot of cool ones. It's not a proper FPS, but you want another creative FPS out there. Or Portal's good too. Portal's like got the whole system of solving puzzles, the portal gun, and you really go around using a gun the entire time and shooting shit with it in first person, so it kind of fits the first person bill without actually being a FPS focus on attacking enemies. I play a lot of FPS, so surprised I can actually remember like so many of them, because I feel like I would have forgot by this point. I'm not sure what else you can actually do with the genre, though. As good as it is, like, there's been a lot of FPS games, and as a result, like, the formula's had a lot of stuff already utilized. So it'd be hard to come up with new ideas that aren't, like, already taken. God damn, a lot of shoving this around, and it's not making it easy to survive this hexagons. If I even can, that is. This is the one I actually like the most out of all the final games, too, for God's sake. Ooh, that was close, really close. Like, jeez. I'm thinking if I can think of anything that's good that I would like to see. Oh, that concept I remember I talked about before would have been nice to see as a game. Like, I talked about the Splatoon precursor on stream like one time before, I think, and I mentioned it was by the same devs who made the Conduit. I would have loved to have seen how that would have turned out. I feel like that's potential for like a really, really unique idea. God damn it, I was literally one off of that, and if I had even the slightest bit of distance more, I would have made it on the other side, and I could have probably lasted until this guy fell. Oh well, not a big deal. But yeah, for anybody who's not in the way, and though, actually look up this thing later. There's a big project that was being made by the Conduit devs that Nintendo hired them to work on, like, before Splatoon was even a thing. It was actually, I think, a single-player focused game, unlike Splatoon, unless I'm mistaken, and you played as, like, these robots and used water guns, and it was supposed to be really futuristic from what I understand, like a really, really weird, really, really neat game. Like, I think the idea was you went around on the world and you fought robots by, like, you'd shoot them with the water to short circuit them and keep, like, trying to take out the evil robots like this. The idea sounded incredibly cool and really novel, and it's a shame it never made it into, like, the phases of actually getting very far, because apparently what happened was somebody couldn't keep their mouth shut over it, like the dev team, and ended up causing it to, like, get leaked out because of the NDA, and ended up with, like, them trying to figure out who had leaked info, and they could not get an answer out of anybody who did it, and they weren't like ratting out their own and, like, saying anything that put anybody on, like, at the spot without actually evidence, and the game project ended up getting killed because they couldn't keep the NDA without breaking it, because somebody had to, like, talk about the project before it was supposed to be finished, and it got canned that way. That's one thing I kind of hate about the game industry a little bit. Not like a really big problem, but it's a problem nonetheless, that devs can get screwed over stupid shit. Like, I get why they do NDAs in the first place. They don't want their games to get out and leaked early and want people to find out about their projects, and they shouldn't be, but it sucks hearing somebody basically lose their job all over somebody deciding to leak an entire project. And no matter what, and no matter who you're, like, seeing, you're not allowed to talk about shit unless you want to risk the game leaking out online, and if you do that, then you're fucking banished from the industry and not going to be allowed to come back. Goddamn, the fucking seesaw had the tilt, like, right before I was off of it. This one's not even too bad usually, but if you get unlucky, you can get really fucked over by this. Oh my god, just fucking give me a second to jump on the purple seesaw. There's nothing worse than being stuck in this minigame and then finding that you can't fucking move because one of the seesaws is being held up and you can't actually reach it from the side you're on. That always feels irritating. Oh my god, I made it, finally. Thank god that's over with. By the way, out of curiosity, just because like I noticed this myself and a lot of people made this comparison, do you guys think this music sounds familiar? Because I was thinking, like, listening to this, like, I've noticed the Fall Guys soundtrack. It sounds kind of like Splatoon music. Maybe not, like, super heavily like Splatoon's, but you can hear, like, inspiration from Splatoon's soundtrack. Like, I feel like I'm listening to music that was very similar to the music in Splatoon. I'm not surprised, though. Splatoon is pretty good, and they did a great job with the soundtrack. I'm not surprised somebody would want to emulate the soundtrack there. Also, now that you mentioned in the chat, talking about ARMS, I honestly kind of feel like ARMS had a bit of lost potential. It was a great game, really fun, probably a really good, like, new IP by Nintendo, but it feels like they didn't do the best job of supporting it. It's not entirely, like, I feel like that's the biggest problem, but also it feels a little shallow for a fighting game. Like, all it boils down to is basically use the right arms and block, grab, and like attack at the right moment. There's not really any amazing gameplay in it, despite how fun it is. Like, I can see why the community is good, but didn't last like super long. Like, it's very repetitive in its nature, and it's not a shock that it lasted like maybe a year or two before it died. I'm glad it got representation in Smash, because I think it deserved the popularity and deserved to get more love, but it would have been nice to see what all they can do with it. I hope they make a second ARMS game, like, eventually. Like, I genuinely feel like there's a lot of room to improve upon what they did with ARMS, and for a new IP, it sold pretty well, honestly. Like, 2 million units sold is not anything to laugh at. Oh, man. By the way, let's talk one more other subject I feel like I want to bring up. There's a lot that I could talk about, but I don't really know. Right now I'll admit I'm in a little bit of trouble thinking of stuff, but I'm not going to let that slow me down. So what do you guys think was like the worst Switch games, out of curiosity? Like, most irredeemably bad Switch games? There's a lot of shitty ports out there, though, from what I've seen. Hey, welcome back, Ember. Glad to see you can make it back. Oh my god, how did we pull through in that game? We barely made it. We literally had, like, one for the entirety of the last bit, and just barely got a ball in our goal at the last second, I think. Unless I was looking at the wrong color like a moron. Worst Switch games, Ninjala? I don't know, I'd say no. I didn't think Ninjala was... Actually, no, I don't think Ninjala is by Nintendo. It's been heavily marketed by Nintendo, but I don't think it's actually from Nintendo, even though it isn't a bad game. A lot of unwanted, unworking shovelware. Yeah, the shovelware on the Switch is really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, in general, I've noticed there's, like, a lot of shit that just gets thrown up there. I'm not going to talk, like, specifically bad games, and I say this, but there's a lot of indie games that I've had really regrettable purchases with, too. That Snake game that came out early in the Switch's lifespan, like, comes to mind. Really, you fucker, you grabbed me so I'd get hit by the bar. Wow, fuck that guy. I thought I was gonna make it until that happened. That was really lame and anticlimactic, and also I was gonna stop around this point anyway, and my controller's dying. But yeah, that Snake game was less than great. I forgot what the name of it is. It's been released for a while, but it just felt frustrating to play more than anything. I don't know why so many people praised it. Wait a second. Did I forget to leave the lobby? Because I could have sworn I got out, because I don't want to spectate people who stayed in this lobby right now. No, I'm not going to watch these guys. I was ready to stop. And it's not letting me pause. God damn it. Oh well. Yeah, let me out of the fucking lobby already. I think we'll continue this discussion tomorrow when I stream. I had a lot of fun playing this. I think I'm gonna stop though, and plus my battery on my controller is low and needs juicing for the Pikmin thing I'm doing tomorrow, so it's time I call it. Alright, that's our stopping point. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was pretty fun. Sorry if things were a little boring at some points. It wasn't my intention. It was definitely meant to be more of a laid-back stream. Whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with Pikmin 251. Bye, everybody. See you soon.